Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy DLloyd, and welcome back to another episode of our Washington Redskins Madden 20 Connected Franchise Series. We are here at the trade deadline. Now, I don't want to make a ton of trades, but there is somebody that I'm kind of focused on. One guy I'm trying to get rid of, and somebody that I want to bring in. So we're going to try to make that happen right now. But before we do that, let's take a look real quick at our depth chart. Just a snapshot of our team and needs. Offensive line was a big position, a big need for us, really across the board. But I think we kind of squared that away. We have Will Sampson. He's been playing okay this year, still only 24 years old, now an 80 overall. Dallas Herbert has to get signed, so we have to try to bring him back. But he's 26 years old, star development. I think at some point he'll even out around maybe an 80 overall before it's all said and done, before he starts to regress. I'm cool with that. We hit big time with Josh Aquaviva, man. You see he's already about to get another upgrade up to an 84 overall. He's only 22 years old at the center position. So I think we are really in good hands with him right there. Right guard, we could potentially use somebody. Right now we have Cordavius Stewart, who was moved over from right tackle. If we could get a traditional right guard, that would be pretty good, but I'm not in like a crazy rush to do that. Then we have our draft pick this last draft, Tyler Pendleton, a guy who has been up and down really this season, but he's a guy I think we could build up. He's only 21 years old. I think he'll be fine. We need a second tight end, but I think we could address that in the off season. I don't think we have to go and get one right now. Running backs, I think we're fine. Of course, quarterback, I think we're fine. And then at wide receiver, I think we are fine. Matter of fact, Quincy Wimble, I know he got hurt last game. Maybe he was just out for the one game, so I don't see him on the injury report. So that is definitely good. As for the defensive side, Jonathan Allen is a guy I think we want to try to bring back, but it could mean we have to give up something here or there, man, to try to bring him back. Of course, Montez Sweat is hurt, and then we have Reuben Foster. And that brings us to Reuben Foster. So currently at the middle linebacker position, we have Tremaine Edmonds, who is fine. We signed him to a nice, pretty reasonable deal in my opinion. You see he's getting $5 million this year, $5 million next season. He's only 25 years old. He could keep on improving. I like him there. As for Reuben Foster, he's been solid for us this entire season, but he is now 29 years old. I tried to sign him to a 2-year deal. He wants a 3-year deal. I don't want to keep him on our books at the age of 32. So I decided to go ahead and put him on the trade block, and this is what we ended up getting. So when we look at Reuben Foster, we could get a linebacker in Richard, but we could also get a second-round draft pick from the San Francisco 49ers, a team that we just had a tie with, but we seen they didn't really have the best record in the world. So our options is maybe try to get a third-rounder, I guess right here from Green Bay. That will be a third-round pick this season, and then you'll get a 5th-rounder and a 7th-rounder. Or we could decide to go ahead. I think that was the only other deals. There's a 5 and a 4. I think the other deal was the 2nd-round pick in next year's draft. Not this year, but next year's draft. 7th-round pick. And I think we're just going to go ahead and go with that. So I know it's not this year's draft pick, but Reuben Foster for a 2nd and a 7th, man. And we went ahead and we decided to do that. So Reuben Foster, man, I sincerely do everything you've done for us so far in the series. But it's just that time, man. We're 5 seasons in. Players are starting to get old and regress and retire, and we have to kind of look towards the future and do the right thing. So that's one move we decided to do. Something else that I want to do, I want to keep this as, I guess, realistic as I possibly can. So I'm only looking after players who are on the trade block, and I'm only accepting trade offers when I place somebody on the trade block. I'm not going in and messing with stuff at all. But now we have a hole at the middle linebacker position. And you've seen DeMarcus Richard, who was offered to us earlier. He is on this list. Now, he's 24 years old, but star development, only 4,500 XP to upgrade. I think he's a guy who could be good for us. 85 speed, the tackling, not the greatest. Block shedding, also not the greatest. But he starts with great zone coverage at 75. Awareness is decent. So if we just build up his run stopping ability, I think he'll be a solid linebacker. He has a coverage linebacker style, which we already know. He has spin moves, swim moves, high motors. I think this guy is pretty solid for us. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to try to play some offers in. Once we get something accepted, we'll come back. All right, so we had to give up a pretty penny. We're sending a 3rd round pick this season, a 5th round pick this season, and a 5th round pick next season in 2025. But we are bringing in Richard, man. He's going to immediately plug in as a starter. I'm feeling good about this trade. I don't mind it at all, man. I think it's great value for what we're getting. All right, so Dallas Herbert, we are now going to try to negotiate with him. He's looking for a 2-year deal worth $10.9 million. We're going to offer him 3 years worth $17 million. See if he goes for this one, man. If we could bring him in, that would be great and perfect. We get Dallas Herbert back, just trying to shore up that line. Like I said, I believe he could probably max out at about an 80 overall during this 3-year stretch. So for that and the price we're paying him, I think it's definitely a deal we had to do. All right, guys, so I think that is all of the moves we are going to make. Now, 2 guys I really considered moving on from was Khalil Mack and Jonathan Allen. Jonathan Allen's contract is up. We're going to have to pay him if we want to bring him back. The problem is we just don't have a lot of money and flexibility. So still trying to figure out the exact way to bring back Jonathan Allen. But we do, if we keep him, we do have the flexibility and the possibility of a franchise tag. Since he is 28 years old, I don't know if we want to give Jonathan Allen that 4-year deal he's looking for. I feel like that's pretty hefty. But at the same time, I feel like we have a team to win the Super Bowl this season, and I don't want to demolish that. So maybe we keep Jonathan Allen. If we have to apply the franchise tag in the offseason, we do. Khalil Mack is a guy who I know he costs a lot of money, but he's still so good that I feel like if we took him away, our pass rush already lacks. But the only guy who really makes plays is Khalil Mack. And I feel like if we get rid of him right now, that will hurt our chances of trying to win another Super Bowl. So we're going to hold on to Khalil Mack. We have 2 years left on this deal. We could go back and decide if we want to move him in the offseason. As for, like I said, Jonathan Allen, we could apply the franchise tag if we need to. We can maybe see what's available in free agency or the draft. But I think that's what we're going to do right now. So the roster you see right here, we have our new guy in DeMarcus Richard, who I think is going to fill in just great for us. And we just shored up some guys. We made sure we brought back Dallas Herbert. And I think we are ready to rock and roll to make a Super Bowl run. All right, so after the bye week, the top team in the NFL is the Los Angeles Rams with a 7-1 record. You then have Cleveland at 6-2, the Bills, the Buccaneers, all with 2 losses. You have us sitting at 5-2-1. When we take a look at the NFC East, like I said, we're on top of the division, 5-2-1, but Philly, shocking the world, 3-game winning streak right now. They are 4-4. The Giants are 3-5, and shockingly again, the Dallas Cowboys are on bottom. They were 3-1, and now they're on a 4-game losing streak. So they're 3-5, man. Tough place for them to be. But before we hop into the game against the Carolina Panthers, let's look at some mid-season stats really quick, man. So looking at Dwayne Haskins, our quarterback, man, 2,300 yards passing, 74% completion percentage, 19 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. He has been sacked 25 times, but I don't really think it's that bad. And then Clinton Porter, 5 for 6 and a touchdown. Running the football, Darius Geis, 117 attempts, 448 yards, only 3.8 yards a carry. This is another guy I'm considering maybe moving on from at some point. If it's not, well, obviously not this season, but maybe down the road. We did sign him to that long-term extension, so we're going to have to eat that cap penalty if we do move on. Jeffrey Dotson, 102 yards this season. That's only 3.6 yards a carry. Ty Johnson, 6.8 yards a carry, but I don't think that's a big enough sample size to really figure it out. But he's been consistent because his longest run, only 20 yards. So it's not like he got all of that in one chunk. Clint Porter, been doing his thing when he comes in and gets the football as well. Now for our leading receivers, Quincy Wembley, 36 catches, 773 yards, 7 touchdowns. John Ross, 26 catches, 434, 3 touchdowns. Terry McLaurin, 23 catches for 379. And then Chris Herndon has 29 catches for 362. So really the normal guys are all involved, man. When it comes to who's giving up the most sacks, Cordavius Stewart, the guy who we moved from right tackle to right guard because we have to fix that right guard situation, he's given up 6 sacks. But, I mean, it makes sense. He's not playing his natural position. Only 2 sacks given up from Josh Aquaviva, which is solid. Dallas Herbert's only given up 1. So we have some guys who have been playing pretty well. Landon Collins has 61 total tackles. Tremaine Edmonds has 61 total tackles this year. Monte Nicholson, and then we have Jacob Buddy with 41 total tackles. When it comes to sacks, 12.5. The next closest guy is Montez Sweat with 3.5. That's why I wanted to keep Khalil Mack right now. 12.5 sacks. He has to be towards the top in the league. Monte Nicholson, only 2 interceptions so far. Martavis Balls has 1. Landon Collins has 1. Greedy Williams has 1. And then forced fumbles, Landon Collins with 2 and Khalil Mack with 2. So let's go ahead and look at the league leaders, and then we will hop into the game. So when it comes to passing yards, it is Dwayne Haskins. Barely ahead of Jacoby Brissett, but still, he is number 1 when it comes to passing yardage. The most touchdowns thrown so far, Kyle Knoll, 24-2 for the LA Chargers. A crazy stat sheet right there. Brad Richardson, a guy who I'm high on, man. What's his ranking now? 83. Only 23 years old. I mean, this kid is special, man. This kid is definitely special with inside deadeye and pocket deadeye. 21-5. Then we have Dwayne Haskins with 19-8. Baker Mayfield 19-5. The quarterback who's thrown the most interceptions has been Tracy Long for the Houston Texans. So I'm not quite sure why he's playing right now or what Houston's quarterback situation is, but he's the guy apparently at quarterback in Houston. And then Nelson Donaldson 16-10. Dwayne Haskins 19-8. Leaders in rushing, you have Zeke, who is almost at 1,000 yards rushing already. Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, probably gonna have to go down quite some ways before we get to Darius Geis. Yes, quite some ways before we finally get to him. He should be up there in touchdowns though. Zeke with 13, and he's kind of Cam Newton. Wow, with 7 rushing touchdowns this year. That's definitely impressive. When it comes to leaders in receiving, Quincy Wembley has the most yardage at 773, which is not shocking. When it comes to touchdowns, Hunter Renfrow has 8. He's actually leading everybody. But then you have Quincy Wembley, Michael Thomas, Richard Livingston, okay, and Jarvis Landry all tied for second with 7. The guy who gave up the most sacks so far, Pat Hutchinson, who's given up 11 sacks. Defense side of the ball, McKinney leading everybody in tackles, but we're not that far off when you got it to get to our guys. There's Tremaine Edmonds and Landon Collins right there, 61. In terms of sacks, Khalil Mack leading the entire NFL with 12.5. J.J. Watt is close with 8.5, but I mean, even at his age, man, Khalil Mack is balling. Thomas Vanek has 6 sacks, which is very good. Then the leaders in interceptions only have 3. That's kind of shocking as well. Forced fumbles, 3. That's Sean Dion Hamilton, man, our former guy. Let's actually look at his stats right now. Sean Dion Hamilton with 57 total tackles, 4 tackles for a loss, 2.5 sacks. Not bad. Not bad from Sean Dion, man. Franchise tag Sean. Obviously, got a solid check there. Let's go to his career stats. Obviously, once we got rid of him, kind of fell off a little bit. But 57 tackles this year. Hasn't really recreated that 119 tackle season or 8 interceptions, 5 interceptions. He had the tackles when he was gone, but no interceptions since he left and now is in Pittsburgh. So that's definitely interesting to see, man. So those are the stats. Hopefully it didn't take too long. Maybe it did, man. We're taking on Carolina. Look at their stuff quickly, and then we'll hop into the game, man. So this is the Patriots team. Here we go. Carolina, Cam Newton, still the quarterback, 83 overall. He's an X factor. Christian McCaffrey, 95 overall at the age of 27. DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel, they got some speed, definitely. Eric Ebron is their tight end. Their offensive line looks good. Besides right tackle, looks good. Left end is pretty bad. Right end also isn't that good. Defensive line as a whole, not that good at all. Linebackers, really good. Corners, pretty good. And then you have okay safeties. It may be a game that we have to run, man, and try to get the dub that way. The X factors you have to worry about, Luke Kuechly, of course. And then I think the other guy we're going to have to worry about is going to be Christian McCaffrey. I'm pretty sure. Yep, that's the other X factor we have to worry about is Christian McCaffrey. So I think we could do a decent job against Christian McCaffrey. Luke Kuechly, I'm never going to try to do anything. So hold them to 1 or fewer rushing touchdowns. I think that's definitely doable, man. So they're 4-4. We are 5-2-1. Overall wise, we have the advantage. Monday night primetime game. Let's get into it. Here we go, man. So first play from scrimmage, our guy Montez Sweat is back in the game. So welcome back, Montez. See, they're bringing guy in motion, and they're going to throw it to him. And there's Curtis Samuel with that speed. Monte Nicholson is going to bring him down, but that's a gain of 9. And Christian McCaffrey picks up the first down. Bringing the tight end in motion now. Play fake, and we get the sack, man. Let's go, Khalil Mack. All right, so here we go. 3rd and 15. Let's come with Khalil Mack. They're going to have to check it down. Get the tackle. They have to punt it. There you go, man. First play from scrimmage. We have our tight end, and we couldn't lead him enough. Oh, bad throw. I don't know where he was throwing it, man. It's supposed to be a curl route. Quincy Wembley stopped, and he threw it like it was a deep route. And second to goal, they're in there. Eric Ebron again, man. And Carolina gets on the board first. Here we go. We find Wembley, and this time they throw the correct route. There we go. We find Herndon, and he can't hold on to it. So now it's going to be 3rd down. Man, 3rd down. We're going back to Wembley. Let's go, man. Way to make that grab. There we go. Finding Dotson. It's going to be about 15. Oh, wow. We went head-to-head with Luke Kuechly. We put him on his back. No, wow. Let's go, guys. Good run. Let's go. John Ross. Oh, he drops the football. He met Luke Kuechly, and they're going to hold us to a field goal. 37-yarder, man. We've been struggling kicking it. Well, at least the last game we did, but this one's going to be good. So 7-3. And that's going to be DJ Moore, man. Cam Newton is putting it exactly where it needs to be. All right, so here we go, man. 3rd and 1. See what they decide to do. Motion over a tight end. Give it to McCaffrey. He's short. I think he's short. He's short, man. 4th and inches. Deep down the field. And it's picked off right in front of Wembley, man. 1-on-1 coverage. We went for it. And 2 picks thrown in this game. In the first half, really. Haskins struggling, man. Go with the play fake and down the field, man. They're going to find Eric Ebron again. Great run by Christian McCaffrey. Oh, McCaffrey, he's going to get in there. Touchdown. And they're going to extend this lead, man. 17-3. All right, so down 14. We got to do something right now, man. If we can score before half, that'll be big. There we go, guys. There we go, guys. Good run, boy. And this one is picked off, man. I threw it late. And Cam Newton, wide open receiver in the middle. DJ Moore, man. And this is turning into a route. There we go, Dotson. Let's go, man. Let's go. We'll definitely take that. Almost in field goal range. There we go, John Ross. Let's go. Touchdown, man. We definitely needed that. We needed that, and we got a big play, man. Let's go. Oh, let's go, guys. I don't know how he got away from that. Oh, and he has room. Let's go, man. Down to the 37. All right. Can we get somebody open here? We have Herndon who makes the grab. And we're at the 11. Let's go, guys. Can he get in there? Touchdown, man. We are back in this game. Let's go. Oh, wow. McCaffrey, what a run. Their tight ends are killing us. All right, so here we go. Big 3rd and 7. See if we can hold them to a field goal. Throw it to the outside, and it's caught. Gesicki again. Oh, and Christian McCaffrey's hurt. We'll take that right now. 3rd and goal. And I don't think he got his feet in. He did. Curtis Samuel, man. Did he drag that second foot? He could have. I don't know. And that's a terrible camera angle. We're going to see if they're going to allow us to. They're not going to allow us to challenge it. So, now here we go. Booth review. I was about to say, man, we can't even get a look at it. Let's hope it didn't. Let's hope he did not drag that foot. I don't think that second foot, his right foot, I don't think came down. He catches it there. Ah, maybe. Maybe. I think he got it. I think he got it. I'm hoping that didn't detect, but I think he got it. Touchdown. Here we go. Wembley way to make that grab. Good throw right there from Dwayne Haskins. One-on-one. Go get that, Wembley. And it's picked off again. I know that could have been a bad throw, man, but Wembley has went up and he's proven one-on-one coverage. He could go get it. 8 interceptions thrown this season coming into this game. 4 thrown in this game. Unbelievable. Oh, he broke the tackle. Broke the tackle. Got the first down. And Cam Newton is going to take off running. And he doesn't fumble the football, so they're in field goal range. And they get us. Touchdown, DJ Moore. We're just playing for pride at this point, man. Let's go. Ty Johnson. Good catch, man. Face mask. Face mask. We'll take the extra 15. There we go. Another face mask. It's another 15 yards. We get sacked and lose a lot of yards. That's oh, that was a terrible throw. So we don't need it all right here. And that one's going out the back of the end zone. So 4th down from the 15. There you go, man. It's 3rd and goal. Or 4th and goal, excuse me. I don't think nobody's there, but Quincy Wembley comes back and makes the catch. We just threw it up to him because it's Quincy Wembley. Bad throw, but he makes a catch there. There we go, man. Way to find Quincy. And we overthrew him. We're missing a lot of easy passes. Did he make the throw? Let's go, man. So he misses the easy ones, makes the tough throw. And we just get back on the board. Like I said, just playing for pride right now. So the final score, 41-31, man. Once again, the defense not being able to stop anything really. And then the turnovers. That absolutely destroyed us in this game. Like I said, we had 8 thrown interceptions coming into the game on the season through 4 in just this game. Cam Newton was almost perfect. 145 quarterback rating, 27 of 29 for 270, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Dwayne Haskins was 10 for 17 for 195 yards, 1 touchdown, 4 picks. Clint Porter, he came in the 4th quarter, 10 for 16, 122, 2 touchdowns, no picks. I don't think I'm switching to Clint Porter as a starter. Dwayne Haskins just wasn't having a good day. I figured why not let the young guy come in and get some reps. Christian McCaffrey had 86 yards before he went out. Bo Scarborough had 81 yards rushing, which is also crazy. Darius Geis, 8 for 69. He had a good day. Not mad at that at all. Quincy Wembley, 5 catches, 69 yards and a touchdown. Chris Herndon, 4 for 61 and a touchdown. But I guess it just wasn't enough at the end of the day. Tremaine Edmonds, 13 tackles, very good day. Kofi Johnson with 8, very good day. Just wasn't enough, man. We did get 3 sacks somehow, but Cam Newton basically had his way with our defense, and their defense had their way with our offense. Bunch of upgrades, though, after this game, which is good. So John Ross, he gets an upgrade. Let's go deep route running right here, see what we can get. +2 catching traffic, deep route running goes up 2, spectacular catch goes up 1. Very solid. Chris Herndon, he gets an upgrade. Of course, we're going vertical threats. We throw it to our tight ends a lot, and a bunch of upgrades here, including his spectacular catch. His spin move even went up, so we'll take all of that. Clint Porter, he gets an upgrade. I don't think he's had one since off season or preseason. So let's upgrade field general. 79 overall awareness, and his mid accuracy goes up too. So that is good for him. Trey Quinn, he gets one as well. Keep updating slot for Trey Quinn. Not bad at all right there. Brandon McIntosh, he gets one. Let's go pass protector. Make sure that isn't a lag behind, even though he's a guard. And then the last one is Billy Goodrich. He gets another upgrade. I feel like he's been getting in quite a few upgrades on the low, on the practice squad right now. But +3 zone coverage is very, very solid right now. So let's go ahead and advance to the next week, see how the standings look, and then we'll go ahead and get out of here, man. So 5-3-1 for us. The Giants, they got a dub. They're 4-5. The Eagles, they lost. They're 4-5. The Cowboys are 3-6. So really, we have a nice little advantage, but it could finish out either way. So we play against the Cowboys in the next episode. We need to make sure we get a dub, man. But we're going to go ahead and end things here, man. Hope you guys are still enjoying the series. Unfortunately, we did not get a win, but if you're still enjoying the series, please go ahead and leave this video a like, man. It helps me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already. It's your boy DLloyd. I'm going to see y'all next time. Peace.